Hello again, Self Cosmos Ohana, Soul Dr. Nick here. This is Magic Mirror Work Part 2. There's the beautiful rays of sun for sunrise. Isn't that amazing? Looks almost like the heavens are over there. And I moved back a little bit because of these massive waves that have been coming in. It's just crazy how much further they penetrated rather than previous. And where I was, thought was totally safe, and it probably is, but I thought better to move back a little bit just to have that. We'll just focus in on this beautiful, golden, heavenly kind of view. Um, being with what is, being with the sunrise, being with my doubts, being with the stories, being with the non work that's happening. We have some dear friends going through some tragedy, some loss, some grief, some massive changes. And how do I book myself up for changes, for noticings, for recollections, for remembrances of the past year? I'm going to start creating a document regarding the remembrances of the past year and see what wants to come up, see what wants to evolve there. Um, yeah, this past year I have created and founded Ohana Sage, really founded it. And when I say really, still not really, we still haven't created the official structures, but initially started with my dear friends Marika and Max, and then Marika so wisely departed on May 28th, both to her benefit and our benefit. And then now Matt and I have been creating, and he's been helping me work through my own limiting beliefs, allowing myself to be seen, allowing for transparency, authenticity, brevity, to allow for weekly meetings, to allow for the growth, to allow for the expansion, to allow for an amazing journey that we got to guide together through dimensions, through pain, through suffering, through mischief, through darkness, through surprise, guiding myself through all these shifts. And as I do this, letting go of knowing who my team is, and every time being surprised by how it keeps evolving. I'm getting sprayed by the ocean mist, which is beautiful. Um, it's great to be sprayed by all these salty water, negative ions, and everything else in between. Um, and I'm recognizing how much I enjoy this alternative way of living, of reconnecting with the land. And the first thing really is reconnecting with the land. Um, it's so easy to forget the reconnection at times because I would rather, in a way, be acting productively, creating money, to have tangible measures and markers. The marker and measure right now is my own ability. And I resisted coming out today. I resisted waking up. I had some weird dreams at the end of poop. First of all, I could smell poop in my dreams. I got some shit on my shoe. And I recognized, instead of blaming the small dog that was around, that would have been really easy to blame. It's like, no, I have no idea for sure where this shit came from. All I know is that there's shit here and it's time to clean it up. And then before that, I had this almost fight to the death duel coming up with this girl who reminded me of a girl I'd been attracted to when I was younger. And then she was praising me, and then I wanted to not kill her and marry her. And then I realized as well, I was like, wait, but that's not what I want either, because I know that I will never be the person that she's looking for, because she's looking for totally natural granola. And I have natural granola-ness in me, but that's not how I want to be. There isn't a box that I want to be in, and I'm so grateful for my beloved acknowledging me for that yesterday. It's like, yeah, I forget sometimes that you're super smart. You can swim in the ocean with turtles. You can speak with so many people about different things. You're a medical doctor, and yet you can also super quick identify, and she called it Pachelbel's, Pachiel's, something Canon D. I call it Pachelbel's Canon D, because she's like, this is the wedding song. It's like, it's Pachelbel's Canon in D, one of my favorite piano pieces that I learned a long time ago as well, that I've never played to perfection, but I played it well before. And just recognize that I like being that philosopher king, that I like having a diversity of knowledge, a diversity of experiences, a diversity of beingness, diversity of dressing. I can dress, and she was addressing that, like, so you could see some of these other Asians, especially, they've got something to prove. And she was reminding me, like, you've got so much you could prove, but you're not anymore. And I could see that too. I have been relaxing the amount I feel I need to show up. And having said that, there are times that I can definitely feel myself trying to prove something right away. So, can I have one and both without judging myself harshly? Oh, yeah. Sometimes my ego wants to come out, wants to jump, wants to be recognized. And thank you, ego. And thank you, ocean. And thank you, power of being, of belonging. And thank you for the self that still feels a little bit small and wants to be recognized and is still that lonely kid. And I remembered, who was I reading recently? Oh, yes, Patrick Rothfuss, who wrote The Name of the Wind. And he's so popular now because of that book. But he's like, I still remember myself as the geeky kid who, when I asked the kids if I could play Dungeons and Dragons with them, and these were not the popular kids, they said no. And so it's like, not only am I unpopular, I'm unpopular with the unpopular kids. And I could see myself with that. I was playing Magic the Gathering with the unpopular kids, and even then I was feeling like an outcast. So I can have the empathy for that, for feeling outside. And I think that outsideness helped to fuel my own inner fire, imagination. And all these are stories, like everything is a story. And I'm reminded of that, and my dear friend Matt reminded that when he's like, yeah, his dad was so awful. So awful that he's like, I'm not going to be like that. And I recognize that, but I can also recognize, and another dear friend, Kofi, had the wisdom that said, it's easier but less efficient, less effective to run away from things, to choose what you don't want to be rather than actually choose what you want to run towards. And I'm recognizing now it's easy to say I want to run away from EMF, density, Vancouver area, but what did I want to run towards? And this is just one example. This is not the example. But I could totally see myself having a settled home here, and that could be the next thing. It's like, let's sell it all, let's spend 6 months here until the summer, and let's go back not knowing where we're going to stay. Rent a place. We'll have the equivalent of 6 months worth of rent. We'll have so much extra time. We'll have had so much time to actually ground in to get clear on what's next here. And there are definitely turtles out there. Every now and then I see a head pop up and then they disappear because they can actually be underwater for 99% of the time, and that's what I forget. So there are turtles here as well. And I imagine at some point we're going to see some whales. And I imagine as I come out here daily, I'm going to re-experience and reimagine this place. So look at that beautiful, shining light. Oh my God. Just gorgeous watching the heavens. Getting as close as I can. I'm coming zooming way out. It's fun playing with this camera, and let's make it red again for me, so it's affecting my eyes less. And I'm grateful for these mics and the noise cancellation, although the wind is probably part of it as well. And I put the wind screen on, and I forgot to do that. Something to do in future as well. And then the bounty of the land, the bounty of the farm seed, the bounty of the nuts that are dehydrated instead of roasted and salted. And as well, though, that there is a difference in the taste and the texture and being with it and playing with it and playing with the fresh cracked nuts as well. And so grateful for Barney for sharing his story. So grateful for hearing that it has taken years to get to this point. You can see the difference between someone who's been here for 25 years versus some, as distinct from someone who's been here for 4 years. And he's just so chill, so chill. And part of it for me is, who do I want to be? How do I want to live? How do I want to create my own immortality? How do I want to create my own longevity? Where do I want to build my castles? Where do I want to build my citadels? And this is, I think, a place to build a first citadel, and to build it with friends where we don't have to be fully responsible for it, but they also know they don't have to be fully responsible for it. It's going to come together. And with the wisdom of all of us, it's really going to come together. And how many acres do we do? I don't know. Where exactly do we do it? I don't know. But a big part is having them, having us, and then a practice is inviting people out, people that we love. We're not just doing an Airbnb, although that can happen, especially when we're not here, but actually having the space and the time and the wherewithal for our friends, our family, our loved ones. And even then having time for them to be able to invite people out and have them live differently. Like, this is not a place where we're just having a little vacation. You're not just coming here to say, hey, I want to spend a few days and see what happens. It's let's actually spend some real time here. Let's actually spend and drop in for a week, 2 weeks. Let's, as we do this and do this reset, have some amazing resets with the land, with the space, with the time, with the medicine, with the breath, and have some more breath circles. Build a Maloka out here, build a retreat out here. I think that is a thing to do as well. And having our dear friend who wants to have a yoga studio, it's not super convenient, but it's convenient enough as a start. As a start. I really, really, really am starting to enjoy Big Island. I'm going to start taking a look at vehicles, start looking at camping, start taking a look at doing things differently, start taking a look at letting my dear friend know what it is that I'm looking for, and then how he can help source things out that may serve the purpose and be close to without having to be perfect. And from there, magic's going to happen. Magic is going to happen. Whether it's a rooftop tent. Oh wow, look at those beautiful white birds. Oh my god. Those birds are perfectly white. I don't know what they are. White birds flying over Hawaii, so I'll have to see what that means. Wow. Truly magical being out here. Truly magical being in the spray of the waves. I love the spray of the waves. All right, that's enough of this video logging magic mirror work for now. Today receiving, today supporting, today offering, today connecting, today reconnecting, today sending messages out, today calibrating, today grounding, today remembering, today returning, today enjoying, today loving, today playing, today wunderbar, today feeling, today journaling, today starting, today beginning, today choosing. Ciao for now. Ciao for now.